Hey, this is Block 5, Roaring Twenties, Part 4, Responses to Racism, with the section entitled Marcus Garvey, Separatist. The third place that Black Americans went in response to racism was known as separatism. And separatism was founded by this colorful character, Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey said that America was irredeemably racist. He was born in Jamaica, came to the United States, and argued that Black Americans had no future in the United States. And what Black Americans should do was leave the United States entirely and move back to Africa. And in order to further his ideas of blacks separating themselves, separatists, from white society, he founded the United Negro Improvement Association. And this association was supposed to lend money to people immigrating to Africa, establish businesses in Africa, and generally moving black culture away from the irredeemably racist United States over to the homeland, the motherland, where the slaves had come hundreds of years before. As you can probably, he went around wearing this military-style uniform. He gave a very good speech, a colorful speech. He was a very popular and impassioned speaker. And while a lot of blacks, enjoyed listening to him, very few actually left their homes and went to Africa. In the end, Garvey was accused of fraud, that he was kind of skimming the proceeds of his organization into his own pockets, and he went to prison. But why Garvey is important, although very few Americans actually ever left and went to Africa, why Garvey is important is he preached that Black Americans should be proud of who they are. They should be proud to be black, that being black was not a bad thing, that there was lots to be proud of and in the black experience in the United States and in Africa beforehand. And what this did was it started to change black culture in the United States. Now, when the Civil Rights Movement comes a generation after Marcus Garvey, the Civil Rights Movement demanding equality for blacks in the United States could not have happened without the self-esteem and the self-worth that Marcus Garvey taught Black Americans that they should have. And they had that and then passed it down to their children, who would go on to lead the Civil Rights Movement. He instills a sense of social confidence in American blacks that in large part was missing due to poverty, hopelessness, racism, ill education, etc., etc. That Booker T. Washington tried to get around the hopelessness by teaching economic self-sufficiency. W.B. Du Bois kind of accepted it and said that the talented tenth of blacks would have to lead the rest of black people up, lead them almost by the nose. And Marcus Garvey said, look, you don't have to do anything to be proud to be black. Just you should be proud of the accomplishments and the abilities of Black Americans. And this confidence, although it did not create social and political equality in the 1920s, would go on to help create that in the Civil Rights Movement of the 50s and 60s. Marcus Garvey, separatist. Du Bois, integrationist. Washington, accommodationist. Do not forget those three.